Welcome to this explanation about NADEX daily binary options and our systems and strategies page. So the daily binary options, it sounds a little boring, right? A daily binary, and there's some extra distance between the strikes and so on. Why would you play a daily binary? Well, there are certain types of moves intraday that require a little bit extra time. They may take half the day and may not fit in a 2-hour binary window, whereas I'm talking about the 2-hour binary expiration. So there are all sorts of different moves. Depends how you're playing the price action. I think I mentioned the word trend. For example, there's sometimes a one direction trend for the day, but a lot of the times there's a 2-direction trend for the day and variations on that. And so then, therefore, if we want to position ourselves to be able to take advantage of this type of move, then we could use the daily binary, as in we may want to go a little out of the money for a bigger return. Also, with the daily binary, there's more flexibility to get in and out. So if the trade's not working, there's more flexibility to get out of the trade with not as much cost versus the 2-hour binary if it goes against you, for example. Also, premium decay is slower because it's spread throughout the day. So again, you have more flexibility to play a momentum move. But you know what? We don't need to run the NADEX daily binary up all the way based on momentum. All we need to do is take the increment from where you're entering. If you're going out of the money with the binary, that means that you need to travel, or your underlying asset needs to travel a certain distance, as you can see on the strikes, to achieve the in the money status. So let's say we buy a binary option at 10. How about 30? And then we move up an okay moderate amount, not too far. And then by the end of the day, we expire in the money. Well, 30 goes into 100. So you're going to more than triple your money, right? So that's a type of good probability sounding move that you could play. And if you do so strategically, you could play that with, it depends on your strategy, of course, but you can play that with some very good probability of winning and making a really nice chunk of change. Now, speaking of chunks of change, you're going to want to have a good strategic approach. You're going to want to have a good price action strategy, or just trade a system. Okay, a system's a set of rules, which is a strategy done over and over every time the strategy pops up. A strategy approach or a strategic approach doesn't necessarily mean we take the trade every time. We look for other factors to come into play in order to maybe more optimize the opportunity, as in, like, if we combine a few other factors, then we can combine extra probability, statistically speaking, for the trade to win. Now, okay, so that all sounds nice, and it still sounds a little boring. Okay, agreed. Now, with the daily binary, though, what we would look to do is we would look to find these strategic approaches where we could go a little bit heavier. Okay, so we'll look to find these types of setups, whether that's a trend or some sort of range scenario in particular, and we'll look to position this daily binary to triple, maybe quadruple our money with a little bit extra strong position. Okay, so we can, in one trade, make a nice chunk of change. So also, you have to consider, if you're trading out of the money in this example, that you have a lower risk to higher reward ratio, that's good trading math. So when you have this good trading math and you look with the intent for, well, bringing back a heavy return, then you can specifically hone in, get strategic, get your probability factors lined up, and when these sweet spot opportunities arise, you can be there with a daily binary, and you can let the daily binary do its thing over the course of the day, usually say roughly on average half the day. All right? So the daily binary gives us opportunities where the 2-hour binary runs out. All right, so the 2-hour binary may not have enough time to do the maturity of the move we're looking for. I mean, with the 2-hour binary, we're just going to have to play different approaches. We can play different strategic approaches based on different time bars, for example, and they're just all sorts of wonderful opportunities. But the thing is, if you can find your own sweet spot strategies, or just pummel out a system, then you can put yourself in a better position for winning and winning big. Okay? Now, may I encourage you to set goals and to think big and then bigger. You need a vision. Okay? You need something to look forward to that excites you. We all don't get into trading to find something boring to do. Okay, we can go get some sort of job to do that, right? So we want trading to be awesome. We want to do something awesome in trading. So in order to do so, you're going to need to set goals. You're going to need to study the opportunities, but you're going to have to take some action, okay? And so with trading, I know a lot of folks are anxious to make money, but you still have to go through a certain amount of diligence, and you have to link up your intuition, your heart, and your cerebral mind all in line. So then when these three come in sync, you can find your sweet spots and just hit it and then grow over time. You don't need to do any crazy thing that pops into mind at the last second and get you in trouble, right? So the NADEX Daily Binary Options offers you another opportunity to be able to take advantage of low-hanging fruit opportunities that are just there. Why let these go? Also, with the NADEX Daily Binary Options Expiration, you can coordinate this with the daily spread, and you can make cash chunk fortunes with the daily spread. You know, with the daily spread, you're just basically trading momentum, and you usually have good deltas. That means you don't have to wait for some premium to get past some premium scenario. You're pretty much making tick for tick right away, and that's this, at least to this point. To this point of this recording, that's the sweet spot with the NADEX spread. So I would also look to learn NADEX spreads with the daily, because why? You could take advantage of these trends, all right, and you can just purely ride the momentum, whereas you can get into NADEX with a lot less barrier to entry, or fund your account a lot easier with with your bank card, your credit card, or whatever, and you can get rolling. Okay, and you don't have all these fancy margin requirements and worries about futures as you would with E-minis. So with these NADEX spreads, I mean, you're pretty much getting right there close to that 100 delta, and you're able to day trade momentum intraday. It's a whole new world of opportunity. There's a whole world of opportunity in day trading vanillas, but they're a little awkward. But if you can day trade NADEX daily binaries and day trade the NADEX spreads in particular, you could do pretty well. Okay, you just need to get your strategic approaches down pat. And that's, of course, where we come into play. You can, buy our products here to help accelerate your progress. Of course, you can always look to figure out your own, but, why not just piggyback on our 30, how many years now? Plus years experience in the markets and systems development and so on. It's up to you. But you can see the products here, but if you have any questions, you probably do, let us know. Just hit the contact page and tell us what you're looking for. We can speed up the process for you in finding a solution for trading, okay, to help get you going. All right, so also remember, hey, losing trades are expensive, okay? You have the potential to save a lot of money, and you have the potential to just start moving forward in account growth instead of maybe waffling around trying to just figure it out while getting punked by the markets on the emotional side of things. Anyway, so speaking of which, now that sounds like the inner game. Hey, the inner game of trading, and we have these new mastery courses you can see up here, these mastery programs. And as of this recording, who knows? But right now they're pretty good. People like them, and we're going to be adding more and more to them. Okay, and we are just shaping out this wonderful training program to help you become one of the best traders on the planet. Okay, that's the goal, and so we believe we can actually teach you how to do that. So you may want to check those out. All right, that's it with the NADEX Daily Binary Options Systems and Strategies page. Thanks.